Hey everybody, thank you for joining us for the round 3 review. I'm pretty up and about, and so is Scott, because we got some. It was a much better round for fantasy for most coaches in round 3 than it was last week. So I'll run through my team first. My defenders have definite improvement from last week. I nailed my trades this week for sure. I brought in Marcus Adams, so he scored me 107. He's so good. Like
Hmm.
he's played 2 games. He's played 3 games. He just looks such a natural in the Bulldogs back line. So yeah, he's sure 113. Gilbert was pretty good this week, and some 60 scores from the rest of the defenders, which I have to try and sort out this week. But Clay Cameron got a 92 on the bench, which is pretty impressive, and I'll probably play him next week on my field. Um, I traded in Zaharakis in the midfield, which was a definite tick. I was going to go Tom Mitchell, but that saved me almost 150k or something like that. And I got 2 more points for it, so massive tick. Adams and Dangerfield, really good. Graham and Mills are my 2 biggest problems in the midfield, so I'll be looking to make trades for them this week. And then Big Maxi Gorn, with the ridiculous amount of stoppages in his game. We saw
Hmm.
Goldstein and Gorn both have massive scores, so I don't think he'll replicate that again. But it was definitely enjoyable this round. Stefan Martin is a massive danger sign now. I mean, he's averaging 85 and his price is dropping like crazy. So I'm not an advocate to trade out premiums, and my next player shows me why not. So I didn't trade out Michael Barlow this week as I was going to, and he scored 99. So that is why you don't trade premiums, guys. For any of you guys that traded him out, you'd be spewing. And then I had some 80 scores, some 70 scores. But the best forward line player for me this week was my captain, Aaron Hall. I just knew that he'd go huge against Carlton, and I backed him in for captaincy, 151 points. So going to my score now, massive carry from Aaron Hall. He got me to 21-22, which is, I'm actually really happy with that score. And my overall rank went up 8,000 spots to 11,000, so I'm knocking on the door of the top 10k, so hopefully I make a move and fire through that figure this week. But I didn't get the best score of the round, Scott. Over to your team.
Yeah, we'll have a look at mine because I had an amazing week. I don't know what I could have done better, to be honest. I mean,
I think I,
starting off with the back
I
line.
reckon we're both up and about, aren't we, Scott?
Yeah, I told you I was in for a good week, and look what happened. Look at
About
this.
time.
Yeah, it's about time. Lowest score of 67 in my defense, and that's from Johannesson, who I brought in this week for Cutler. I was a little disappointed about that because they both scored the same, so I wasted 160k there.
Yeah,
But that's all right. Johannesson's in for the long run.
yeah,
But
exactly.
Batchahuli, what an absolute gun! 140. He had like 37 or something disposals. He's an absolute gun. Bartel had like 40 in the last quarter, which got it. And like you said, with Marcus Adams, I don't know how this happened. We only expected him to average 50 as a key position player. But I was talking to a mate at school about him today, and apparently, in the space of a minute, the Bulldogs defenders just kept kicking it back to each other. So we
Yeah.
got 3 marks and 3 kicks
Mm.
within that minute. And to get 107 or over 100 2 weeks in a row is amazing. Essendon defenders, solid again, especially from D. Clay Cameron on the bench, 92, very happy with. And Harwood finally got a score over 50. Didn't expect that at all, but that's all right. Ablett is captain, very pleased. Not as good as your captain choice again, though. So I'm still failing on that area. Dangerfield, Pendlebury, and Adams all solid. Finally got 100 from Pendles. Parrish was a disappointing trade in again. Both my trades got 67. But I'm hoping that he could lift up this week. Oliver, impressive. But Mills and Hewitt, that was what I thought would be the turning point of my team during the week. That Saturday afternoon game, I thought it was all going to go wrong for me from there. Thankfully, it didn't. Ryan Davis on the bench, should have seen that he'd scored pretty decent. I'll probably look to put him on the field this week as they're versing Brisbane, so he should have another decent score. Gorn in the ruck finally does something. I don't
Finally.
know. We've been waiting for it for so long, and he's finally done it. But unfortunately, Steph couldn't do what Gorney did this week. Against Zach Smith, it's like, seriously, all you can manage is 81, and that was from a decent last quarter as well.
Yeah, well, Zach Smith's actually pretty good, to be honest.
He's not as big as Steph, though. Like, Steph's muscly and just all around the ground. Anyway.
It's definitely a worry.
Yeah, but obviously you can't trade him out. You just got to stick with your premiums
Yeah.
at this stage. Montagna, 160 points, 40 disposals, and 14 marks.
I'm not happy.
An average of 123.3.
I'm not happy.
He's an absolute beast, and he's just backed me in for why I chose him. I doubt he'll get 160 again this season, but if he can maintain 105 average, I will be very pleased. Obviously, Aaron Hall was probably player of the round, I reckon. 151 points, had 40 disposals, something like that as well. Kicked a couple goals. Barlow finally had a decent score at 99. He was on 85 at three-quarter time, so he should have got a lot more than 99, but I guess we'll take that after his 50 or something last week. Kerridge and Wells had down weeks, both ended up with 76, after good last quarters. We should have expected that sooner or later. I guess they couldn't keep scoring 90s every week. Decided to play McCarthy on my field instead of Menadue, so that worked out alright, and two of my Richmond players on the bench scored decent. Now up to my amazingly brilliant score, 2,171. So I pipped Andy at the post by 50 points there. And I moved up a massive 21,000 ranks to be now ranked inside the top 30,000.
You needed that.
I think that's...
You needed that.
Yeah, that's a good start. Over the next couple of weeks, I should be up near the top 10,000, hopefully, if I can have another couple of weeks around this score.
All right. Well, we should get into some trades now. So who are you looking to trade in this week?
Well, I was flirting around today with trading Kerridge to Zach Merritt, but I thought that'd be a bit waste of a trade because there's nothing wrong with Kerridge.
Yeah.
And obviously, I knew that already. But I heard today that Petrarca is most likely to be playing this week. So if he is, I'll be trading Corey Ellis to him and playing him on my field. And then I'll most likely downgrade Gresham or Harwood. If I downgrade Harwood, I'll go to Ruggles. And if Gresham, probably either Goodyear, who didn't score that well, or someone else who's playing this week. That's 125k. What about you, Andy?
Well, you only get 2 trades a week, Scott. I think you named about 7. So I'll give you 2. I'm looking at trading either Jesse Lonergan or Nathan Wilson or Tom Cutler or pretty much anyone in my back line to Tom Ruggles. And then that will get me some money to upgrade Callum Mills or Nick Graham or George Hewitt. My team is not looking fantastic. Probably Callum Mills I will be upgrading to Mitch Duncan, who is coming off a 123 and very underpriced for what he can do. So that's what I'm looking at, Scott.
I don't think you can trade out Mills, to be honest, Andy.
See, give me your argument. You've been saying that all day. I don't understand why not.
Well, you picked him for a reason, didn't you? He was
Because in the NAB
decent
challenge, he was scoring 70s. Now he's scoring 30s.
He's a decent priced rookie. He had one bad game. Look at Hewitt. He scored 23. You're not looking to trade him out, are you?
He's worthless anyway.
I think you got to back in Mills. I backed in Oliver last week, even though I was thinking of trading him out. And look what he scored, 89. I think Mills could be in for a decent score this week.
Scott, he's one of our cash cows, and he's only gone up 3k this week. That is a massive worry sign, do you reckon?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Who are they versing this week?
The Swans are versing Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval.
Yes, the Adelaide aren't a hard team to score
Oh.
against. Well, you look, Hooley got 140, Ellis got 144.
All right.
So,
Okay. Fair dinkum.
Anyway, what are some players that you think people would have to get in this week if they don't already have them?
Well, obviously, Marcus Adams is, I'm so glad I got him last week. He's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
So you need to have him in your team. David Zaharakis, probably the train is leaving the station for him. He's now over 500k. But I definitely think that he'll go a lot further than that. And jump on the DeGoey train for me. He's scored me an 89 after 60 last week, so yeah, that's probably who I'd say.
I'd have to agree with you with Marcus Adams there. He went up 60k this week, and his break even's probably minus 40 or something like that. Something
Yeah.
ridiculous. So if you don't have him, which you shouldn't, you should have him. You definitely have to look at getting him in. I think if you don't have Gorn, you might want to go the risk, and since he's probably basement price now, we'd hope. Try to look to get him in. And Aaron Hall, obviously, if you don't have him in, well then you're a complete spud, I guess. But I'd just like to say, just back in your premiums, don't trade him out. We saw with Barlow last week, people wanted to trade him out, scored 99. I wanted to trade Bartel out, he scored 99. So just back in your premiums, and I guess they'll turn right sooner or later.
For sure. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in this week. Hopefully you guys have had a good week and do some good trades. So we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Take care, guys.